Man, there was a serious cat bath going on throughout my entire meditation. It was the full $99 cat bath. Hard to concentrate. Anyway, I tried. It's all I can do. That's almost a theme for today's chat. Abraham Lincoln, truly a great soul, in my humble opinion. He was the president that we had during our first Civil War, and he seemed to be the right man for the job at the time. But he said many things, many sayings are credited to him. And one of them is, you can't pull yourself up. We can't pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps. What does that mean? We've all heard it. We might even have said it a few times, but I think it brings up a great question. And I would hope that in my Dharma talks and my little spiritual talks that I deliver, that I do as much asking questions as I would ever attempt to try to give answers. I think it's the great questions that issue from the depths of our souls that are ultimately answered inside the depths of our own souls. And of course, there seems to be great sources of wisdom and teachers that point in a particular direction, but ultimately we have to synthesize and find these answers for ourselves in our own experience. Otherwise, there's no such thing as self-realization. There's other people realization, but not self-realization. And with that in mind, I think of this, one of the greatest questions in all of spirituality or religion or whatever that sort of practice is this ratio between what we have to do and must do in order to achieve freedom, as opposed to the other side of the equation, which is to what degree must we be relieved or liberated. In other words, to what degree forgiveness enters into the equation. And I might be stepping into controversial waters, but life without controversy is scarcely worth living, in my opinion. But some religions are founded upon a great deal of cleaning things up on our own. There are entire chapters, there are hundreds and hundreds of things that must be done. There are I's that must be dotted and T's that must be crossed to the nth degree in order to, how shall we say, earn our freedom or our liberation. Others, New Age religions, it doesn't matter what you do whatever you want. It's cool. If it feels good, do it. So that's another sort of spirituality. And then there are spiritual systems that are founded and certainly emphasize forgiveness, which is the thing that's constraining us, the thing that's holding down, the thing that's injuring us, the thing that is damaging our soul is it's beyond our own capacity to remove from ourselves, and nothing other than forgiveness. It's almost as if a lower state of consciousness can't pull itself up by its own bootstraps, so to speak. There needs to be the element of forgiveness, mercy, grace. What's the definition of mercy? The liberation and freedom, blessing that's given to us that's not commensurate with our own effort or any effort that we could ever put in. So what is this ratio between what we have to do and what we must do versus what we could never do to have our consciousness expand and uplift to a new level and to be free of what we're suffering with? And man, that is a serious question. And I pose that to you, and I think we can perhaps, by asking the question, we can all find the answer. Maybe it's something in the realm of, there are obviously things that we can do that are going to give us liberation and freedom. But if we've been wrestling with something our whole life, if the problem has remained the same forever, if we've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, if we're wrestling with some psycho-emotional state that is just, I don't know, if you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years into your life and you're wrestling with the same thing and no amount of your own effort seems to do the trick, then is it forgiveness? Is it mercy and grace that we need? Um, I know that I wrestle with this. I guess that makes me one who wrestles with God, so to speak. But can you pull yourself up by your own bootstraps if you've been struggling with the same thing, the same malaise, the same detriment, the same wounding of your soul, and it's not going away, and you've done everything? Is it possible that you could ask for nothing less than mercy, grace, and forgiveness? I'll leave that up to you. And have a beautiful day, and we'll talk tomorrow.